Welcome to Los Vikingos TV. Today I'm going to go over the second leg of the Copa del Rey between Madrid and Barcelona. To start off, I thought it was a real ugly game. The finishing was weak by Madrid the entire game, and Barcelona didn't even get a shot in the first half. But, Madrid put in a really good defensive effort, especially from Reguilon and Casemiro in particular. So on paper, Valverde had a 4-3-3, but it was really his 4-4-2, which he probably switched to because he was tired of the play that Barcelona has had lately. They haven't really played particularly well, especially against lower La Liga sides. And he prefers the 4-4-2. And even when last year when he was coaching Barcelona, he loved the 4-4-2. But Barcelona is kind of a 4-3-3 kind of. They have specific ways that they want their team to play, and when Valverde really needs a result, he switches to that 4-4-2, and he got that result today. Madrid completely dominated the first half, and about 15 minutes into the second half, until Suarez scored that goal. Vinicius was dangerous the entire game. He really needs to work on his finishing though, because that is probably the reason why we lost this game. And I'm not blaming Vinicius because he was one of the best players on the team for the entirety of the game. I thought Casemiro was just a little better, other than the PK and stuff. But ultimately, Casemiro, the game was kind of over at that point. But especially the first half and those 15 minutes, Vinicius was super dangerous, and he had, I think he had 6 shots, 3 were blocked, only one was on target, and 2 were off target. So, he realized to work on either creating space for himself, which he does a good job of, but he doesn't really get the angle that he wants. Ter Stegen was my man of the match, though. He was a beast throughout the entire game, and he really kept Barcelona in the game when they easily could have been down with the Benzema save, with the Reguilon save. Defensively, I thought Madrid was quite good for most of the match, until the defensive breakdown that led to the first goal. In particular, Vasquez, Casemiro, Reguilon, Varane, Sergio Ramos were all standouts in my opinion, either cutting off counters or man marking guys. Like Toni Kroos had a man mark Busquets, which kind of cut out part of their possession-based game that they like to play. And then Vasquez was tasked with man marking Jordi Alba in his runs, which he did a pretty good job of. Benzema also was great dropping in the midfield to pick up the ball with Barcelona's press after they lose the ball. He was kind of that quick outlet that we could play to. And the first half was all Madrid because of this. There was a PK that someone said that the ref missed. That's a possibility. He might have missed it, but I don't think he missed it, in my opinion. I didn't think Vinicius did enough to draw the PK. But, I thought the ref was quite poor on the day and he didn't control the game. So, fast forward to the second half. Madrid controlled the first 15 minutes even after giving up that first goal, I believe, 5 minutes in. Dembele was dangerous in the second half, and I don't know why Valverde took him off. He continues to take him off, and I continue to hear Barcelona fans complain about it because he takes him off for Coutinho, who's been quite poor this entire season. But it ends up working out because he won 3-0. But on the goal, Vasquez kind of got lazy and he didn't mark Jordi Alba, and then Carvajal was a step too slow, especially with Dembele's pace. And then Varane goes to cover the post for the potential pass to the back post, and Sergio Ramos didn't step up to cover Suarez, and Suarez got an easy tap in because of it. After this, Barcelona settled into a low block, and they were just looking to counter through the pace of Dembele, and then getting the ball to Messi, looking for him to create something. When they did that, Madrid started to play at the high line to cut out these situations. They did a good job of it until the second goal, where Dembele ended up being on the right, and he crossed to Varane, who put in the own goal. Then after that, Madrid gives up the PK when they were man down because Varane was hurt, went off the field literally moments later. You take out Varane getting carted off the field, it was literally moments later. Messi lets Suarez take the PK. He Panekas it, which I'm sure is going to become more common, especially with Sergio Ramos doing it to other goalkeepers. And after the own goal, Madrid stopped playing. That PK was just Casemiro being Casemiro, And then Madrid just started fouling everyone everywhere, and it was just it was an ugly game. The ref was pretty bad, in my opinion. He didn't give out enough cards. Semedo could have been sent off, in my opinion. He was throwing people around. Reguilon, he bodied Reguilon, didn't get a card. He pushed Vinicius in the back multiple times, didn't get a card. And even some Madrid players deserved a card for fouling Messi, but the ref just let it go the entire game. Madrid did a good job of keeping Messi quiet through these fouls, and there's nothing really much else I have to say. It's a real disappointing loss. It pretty much means that we're probably going to go trophyless this season, and it's just the way that it is. Solari pretty much just lost his job with that. In my opinion, I didn't think he would keep it from the Copa del Rey, but if he could have done a Copa del Rey Champions League double, he might have had a potential to keep his job, but I don't think he has a chance. Like I said, Vinicius really needs to work on his finishing. He just doesn't have enough power. He doesn't have enough accuracy. He's misses the net too much. And, he's an 18-year-old kid, so that's going to happen. But, it's something that he needs to work on, especially for Madrid. We might need to go out this summer and get a clinical finisher to go along with Benzema or something, because we could not get a goal today. We really missed Cristiano today. And that's the truth. And that's the first time I've said that, I think, the entire year, is that we really missed Cristiano today and his clinical finishing. Thank you guys for listening. If you like what you heard, you guys can subscribe. Also, I will be having a Managing Madrid article coming out soon, so keep your heads up for that. And also, if you want to listen to the Managing Madrid podcast that I was on last weekend for the Levante game, I'll put that in the description below. And if you want, you can follow me on Twitter at Los Vikingos TV. And thank you guys for listening, and Hala Madrid.